Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome to Credible Consciousness. My name is Sheba, and I'm linking with you guys today to pull energy for the time span of January 6th through the 12th in love. What's coming towards Sagittarius in love in this time frame? Keep in mind that energies are interchangeable. So if you realize that, you're the person on the other side of the spectrum. As I start explaining this is a general reading, just flip the roles, you know what I'm saying? And also keep in mind that, we all possess, the amazing gift of free will. So even though this is the energy on the table, it's still up to whoever to actually act on this energy, whatever, comes up. So let's go on and see if we can even see a conclusion in this reading. Let's go on. For Sagittarius, please, Spirit, the highest message you would have me convey to the sign of I was about to say Aquarius. Some of you guys could be dealing with Aquarius. To the sign of Sagittarius. Thank you so much, Spirit. Sagittarius. One more. So we have compromise. So you and a loved one could be trying to get everything together, figuring out if you guys want to come back together. You could have, been bumping heads. It was just 212 on the clock. You could have been not on the best terms recently, but I do see that you have the feeling to want to work this out with the compromise card, or Spirit is saying that this situation is calling for you guys to compromise. Yeah, awakening. Definitely, I'm feeling through the separation, someone has been enlightened on that it takes two, that it causes for lovers to become one, to consult each other in making decisions. So maybe that wasn't going on in the past here. Yeah, in order to come back into this union. So definitely, I feel like you guys may have just recently hooked back up, or through the separation, realizing that you guys belong together or want to be together, and is trying to do things different. I just seen 313. So, 3 speaks to Christ consciousness, spirituality, spiritual growth, following your spiritual path. And, the number 1 speaks to the brand new, new beginnings. And so with that number, I just seen 333 also. So this is divinely guided. I do feel like both of you may have been awakened to this connection even more, even if you guys have been in this relationship for a long time. How to reinvent this relationship where it works out and you guys can keep going is what I'm feeling here. So we have mute, surrender, signs, soulmate, metamorphosis. So union. Let's just dig. Union, mask, numbing. Yeah, someone was wearing a false mask in this situation. Someone was not acknowledging the other person's feelings in the past. This is what caused this rift, is what I'm feeling here. Tribe, grief. Yeah, but I'm feeling like this may have not even been a long separation here. This may have just been a head button. Two people butting heads, on not being happy. But I feel like within this separation, there has been some enlightenment on, the way some things need to change in this dynamic. We have mute here, so there was some silence in the situation. Someone chose not to speak on a situation. Someone could have been, you know, acting like they were unbothered, and is now surrendering to the fact that, you know, maybe they had a couple of weekends out and realized that the dating pool is full of pee. Okay, so it's not. It may seem enticing when you're locked down to one person and you're getting on other's nerve every day, but when you go out there, honey, it's scary. Okay, so we have signs. So someone is definitely tapping more into spirit. You know, following the signs, could be seeing a lot of synchronicities, numbers. You know, certain songs coming on the radio, making them think about the other person and realizing that this is someone that just was made for them, that did, you know, this is their person. You know, it gets no better than this person, no matter how much they may get on your nerve, honey. And then I see metamorphosis. So definitely I feel like someone is realizing that there's some things in them that they have to change in order to keep this thing together, in order to keep this relationship, this family together. So let's just go on and get a little deeper for Sagittarius. It's definitely causing for change, calling for change. Sagittarius. Yeah. So we have the Knave of Chalices. So someone definitely has had some type of realization. Someone is feeling apologetic, wanting to have a sincere conversation with just 7-Eleven. I feel like if someone reaches out, you know, that's pretty lucky numbers when you hit the jackpot. Someone could be a Cancer. I have Cancer placements. I just seen 717. But yeah, from what I'm seeing here, it's like someone is trying to figure out the right words to say. There is a torch here, you know, that, I mean, not a torch, but a candle here, you know, so this definitely could be some type of twin flame, as we already see soulmate popping up. So I feel like someone could constantly be, you know, typing a text or a DM and just, you know, not sending it. Yeah, with the Four of Cups. So holding back emotions, even though this person wants to reach out, wants to speak how they feel, they're holding back, trying to see, I guess, kind of trying to test the waters and see if the other person is still mad or something like that. Yeah, I feel like this person just got comfortable in the relationship and they were treating the other person like they didn't see their worth. And so the Queen of Swords, that's definitely why someone chose to cut the situation off. We see the Queen and the King of Swords. You know, even though this Queen of Swords knows this person is their person, you know, these two people feel the same about each other. They know that they're supposed to be together. This could even be a marriage or just a long-term common law relationship. I just seen 848. But I feel like it was time for someone to stand up for themselves in this situation, to get some RESPECT. So let's see, the Nine of Wands, the Ace of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Wands, the Two of Wands, the 10 of Chalices, the 5 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Yeah. And look, the Queen of Swords on the bottom. Hunty. Okay. Let's just see this. Might be my thumbnail. Okay, so let's get into it. This is very interesting. Let me see if I can move this. So it's about coming back together, working out the kinks, doing things different than they've been done in the past, is what I'm seeing here. Someone's definitely standing their ground and has made it clear that they don't even want it if it has to be that way. So through this no talking, I do feel like someone stood their ground, didn't even want to conversate about the situation. I feel like this Queen of Swords energy, the feminine energy in this dynamic, had to set up some healthy boundaries, definitely had to stand up for themselves. We're just say, you know, about a truth being spoken, or to get, this person had to stand their ground and set up healthy boundaries in order to get someone to realize their worth, realize the truth of the matter. Let's see. In hopes to wake this other person up to you know, a breakthrough or some clarity about the situation. How it could have been a blame game, or it could have been, you know, some back and forth between the two. And I feel like the feminine energy feels like, you know, yes, I may not do everything right, but the things that you do are just unacceptable. It's just not what I want to do anymore. So I do feel like there was some silence, some no talking, healthy boundaries. And I feel like it could have made someone surrender and, you know, speak, to have an open, truthful conversation here. We have the Seven of Wands. So this is more, you know, blocking. Someone was blocking hearing the truth, or blocking taking accountability. But the signs are cautioning this person to hone in, not only, not really looking so much at the other person and what the other person did wrong, but how can I fix this? What can I change about myself to make sure my side of the fence in the situation is swept up, cleaned up, grass cut, you know, everything's the way it should be on my end, you know. Instead of pointing fingers, which I feel like a lot of that went on before the breakup, or the head butting, the separation. So we have the Knight of Swords here. Someone was in and out. Someone was blocking, communicating about this, or blocking the truth, or blocking taking accountability, in and out, feeling like the other person would always be there. So we have, there is some type of transformation coming through the situation, a change happening. Like, if we're going to get back together, the Three of Pentacles, then this is what I can't deal with. This is what I'm willing to sacrifice for. And so it's an open, truthful conversation about this needs to change in order for us to come back together. I'm seeing communication opening up. So we had the Mute card, we had the Nine of Wands, which is blocking communication, putting up healthy boundaries. And then now I see communication opening up with the Eight of Wands here. We have the Two of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this could have been very hard in the past to definitely get through, or even talk to each other, because it would just blow up or get really nasty really quick. But I do see that this is, you know, a conversation, a passionate conversation that's happening. So at least going from deflecting into actually sitting down and having a conversation is what I'm seeing. With the Two of Wands, how do we move forward? How do we move out of this place? How did we get here? What can we do to get back into a happy place with each other, is what I'm seeing here. Is what I'm seeing. And so we have the Ten of Cups. How can we get this? How can we get our family back on track? The Ten of Cups is happiness, abundance. It's longevity in relationships. It's the goal, you know. On side of Ten of Pentacles, it's the goal. It's to be happy in love. To have the whole family, kids, grandparents, everyone happy. You know, I'm seeing Five of Wands. So yeah, the conflict, I do see the conversation, being acknowledged, that the conflict comes from me feeling like I'm in competition, or the conflict comes from your past infidelity, or you running in and out, or when I want to talk, you leaving and not acknowledging my feelings on certain situations. Definitely. And so we have the King of Swords. You have to change. If you want us to work the situation out, there's some things about you that you have to acknowledge and you have to change. So I do feel like this masculine energy is, I'm just laughing. It was just 15:51 on the clock, because like, are you really so stubborn, headstrong, or egotistical that you can't even move your hands off of your laps to squeeze tits, like you're just rubbing it with your foot? Are you serious? Like, no, honey. I'm gonna need full effort here. So I do feel like there was infidelity in the past in this situation, but figuring it out. I'm not mad at this energy so far at all. At all. So if you have been at odds with your baby, or you have been bumping heads, I do see communication coming in this time frame, trying to figure out how to do things different. We do have to remember that, as we grow, even if you live together with this person, married for 30 years, people constantly change. And so are we willing to keep meeting in the middle to see how we can change together, or we can respect each other's changes over time? Because if you're high school sweethearts, you have seen each other change multiple times in a 30-year period. I mean, that's 3 decades. So, it's out with the old and in with the new, finding a new way to refresh and to refresh the current relationship is what I'm seeing here. So this is mature. Let's see. Yeah, how do we move forward? How do we move forward? The Six of Swords here. Yeah, so there's that communication. There's definitely going to be a lot of text messages, a lot of phone calls back and forth. Yeah, and we're going to have to address the infidelity, 18:08 on the clock. We're going to have to address the reason why you feel you need someone else, or you need to run out, or you don't want to acknowledge things before they blow up and things have to get all the way ugly before we can fix them, is what I'm feeling here. So let's just see the Nine of Wands. Yeah. How do we move forward? Someone is definitely expressing that, we have to put everything out on the table if we're going to do this. I don't want any secrets moving forward. Beautiful. The Ace of Swords. You have 2. Yeah. Because I do feel like this masculine is very loving and caring when they're in their higher self. I feel that, this is calling for, when things are good, you're amazing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like someone is saying you give up too easy. As soon as things get hard, just become carefree. You become careless. 1 minute you care and you're amazing, and then as soon as something hits the fan, you blow up, or you just become like, screw everything, is what I'm seeing here. So I feel like that's the truth that needs to be seen. And I feel like someone is saying, and when you act that way, I can't sleep, honestly. It bothers me so bad, is why I can't go through this anymore. So let's just see with the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands. Yeah, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Standing her ground, or his ground, her ground, you know. And I do see, you know, King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. You guys can have some of those placements in your chart. But I do see it just being, yeah, someone could have been a little too emotional in the past, and someone could have been a little too my way or the highway or something like that. But this is definitely just reiterating, you know, how do we move forward? What's the next step? What should we do, especially with the Fool in between both of these people? And then with this, you know, the Queen of Swords topping the Seven of Wands, this is just, you know, a feminine energy, you know, expressing the way that they feel, and, you know, letting it be known that, you know, this is the only way to move forward at this point. So the Knight of Swords. This Queen of Swords is well aware that this is their person. Knight of Swords. Yeah. So as 3 cards came out, I'm going to take them. We have the Seven of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. I feel like both people could be acting a little nonchalant at this time, you know, trying to stand their ground, but definitely more so this this feminine energy, this Queen of Swords here. So the Knight of Swords, you know, when you move like that, when you leave carefree, when you run off and don't acknowledge my feelings, I feel like an option. When you hold back your emotions, your communication, when you don't help me out, it just makes me want to end the situation. It makes me want to move on. I don't want to feel like an option. I don't want to feel like I can lose you any day to someone else. You know, are we going to build? We've invested so much in this relationship. Can we get this together? Can we move forward? Can we build legacies together? Is what I'm seeing here. The 3 of Pentacles. Thank you. Yeah. So I do feel like you guys are going to find common ground. You guys are going to come to a conclusion about the situation. Yeah. I feel like someone is going to acknowledge that they can do better with that running back and forth or leaving or being impulsive to hurt the other person. So let's see, 8 of Wands. Yeah, judgment call. So reconciliation is what I'm seeing. Someone is saying, I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to work on this situation. I want to reconcile. I want to come back together. Let's see, the 2 of Wands. Yeah. So the Ace of Swords here. I get it. I understand. You're right. I can work on that. I can do better. Let's build. The 10 of Cups. Let's manifest a new beginning, a new way of living, a new way of loving. Let's start over. Let's work together. The magician usually is someone that works, that is alone. But I am understanding that someone is realizing that certain ways or certain trickery or certain manipulation has to go in order to have this happy home, this happy relationship. I'm seeing Queen of Pentacles energy here. Someone definitely notices the nurturing, loving, caring dynamic that you bring to the table. Yeah. Definitely recognizing the heartbreak that they caused and, you know, just what you bring to the table. You're a well-rounded mate is what I'm seeing. Beautiful. 5 of Wands. Yeah. Yes. Like, how could I try to put you in competition? You know, I see your worth. I do see you. And I feel like it's taking this masculine a lot of strength to express themselves in this manner. Could be a Leo. Yeah. Yeah. King of Swords energy. Wanting to put in the work, wanting to have this conversation. It's different. It's different. And I do believe you guys are going to really feel the change in the maturity of the way that this person is speaking. Let's see, the King of Swords. The King of Swords. Yeah. An epiphany, a wake-up call. Shocking realization about this balancing of the scales. You know, this may be the first time that this person, this masculine energy has ever been called out like this or ever been explained in a certain manner for them to see the error of their ways. You know, this person may have always had someone on the back burner and they regret it. They regret choosing wrong. They regret being impulsive. You know, and this is all this person is thinking about. The heartbreak that was caused, the 3 of Swords. They've become clear that they had a lot to do with this breaking up of this stable, committed situation here. Yeah. Wow. Sag, this is beautiful. Love it. So it's really a choice, I feel, that is falling on both. But I feel like someone is falling on bending knee. On bending knee. That I get it. Like, you know, I don't want to lose you. So this is beautiful, Sag. Thank you so much for your amazing energy. This is the energy on the table for the time span of January the 6th through the 12th. If you haven't joined the family yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Sending you all the love and light. Until next time, Sag, bless.